She's traveling through the world. She's searching for the truth. A true nature's child. She's gonna find the proof. Keep it wild, keep it free. This could be our last chance to see.
Absolutely. Wildlife is my passion. Yes, I am available to do all your Southern African assignments. With all its wide open spaces, there's only 5% of land in South Africa that is under conservation. It's habitat loss, it's human encroachment as to why so many species are on the decline. Yeah, take a look at the ICUN Red List. Vulnerable, stressed, critically endangered. Endangered is how so many species are listed. There are definitely a lot of stories with a lot of really strong hooks. Sure. Thank you for making contact. I'll await to get your brief via the net. The picture of animals roaming freely across the African plains is just a memory these days. Humanity has forced them to live within boundaries and corridors, fencing off their natural migration routes, closing the doors to their freedom. The consequences for their survival are far-reaching.
Incoming message. This is your assignment. How are predators being researched and managed within restricted areas?
A predator species that is endangered is the leopard, while lion are listed as vulnerable. Now I know that several environmental journals are reporting that the leopard survival is increasingly under pressure from human activity. And we know so little about this beautiful cat. I wonder, maybe Francois de Vet can help me. Help me find out more about these secretive animals. He's using tracking collars and camera traps to study their populations.
Picking up the trail, she's gonna find the answers, she's gonna tell the tale.
Driving, I remembered that the Egyptians worshipped cats. But 3,000 years later, we value cats so little that their very survival is in question, and we think we're civilized. Arriving at Phinda, I hooked up with researcher and ranger Francois de Vet. Francois uses radio signals and tracking collars to monitor the leopards who call this reserve home. What you got, Francois?
We're picking up the signal of a female leopard. We call her Nyoga. Yeah, which means snake in Zulu. Basically because she's got a split tongue and she has blue eyes. Quite unusual for leopard, we don't see that too often.
How many leopard do you have collared here at Phinda?
9 leopard have got VHF telemetry collars on them. And so that's really what we do most of the day. You go out and find these 9 leopard with VHF and telemetry and you locate them, make sure they're fine.
So why are you doing this?
We monitor them. That's our basic first thing, is to monitor them and to ensure their well-being. To make sure that when they move off of the property, we know exactly where they are and where they're going if they are disappearing. That is our primary concern. After that, when we do get onto the leopards, if we get good visual of them, we try and stay with them as long as we can, and we get as much behavioral data as we can. At the moment on Phinda, we're establishing population densities. One of the methods we're using is camera trapping. It's got a little infrared beam, and anything that cuts the beam gets photographed. So there's some awesome and amazing photographs that you'll find, unusual photographs, things that you wouldn't normally see during the day or even at night, get captured by these little cameras as the animals walk past.
Leopard are most active at night, so it was time to head off into the sunset and try and capture some leopard on our cameras. Leopard have a reputation for being shy and elusive, but I had no idea just how stubborn they could be. These felines are also notorious for not being bound by fences, which can be a problem if you're a cattle farmer living next door to a reserve. Francois, on the other side of this fence is farmland. What is the current situation between farm owners and reserve owners?
Michelle, there's a very positive trend towards conservation, obviously, across Africa. In this area, there's actually now